All right, what's going on, guys? Real quick, I want to talk about something that I started implementing later in my career that really helped me in the sense of, developing velocity and increasing my arm speed. But, we know that pull downs is a huge tool to utilize when we're trying to increase our arm strength, or even like a run and gun variation. So for me, something that I've incorporated, like I said, dating back to a couple years ago, was when I would start my pull down phase. Say I was throwing long toss at 400, and then I started my pull down phase, say around like 350, and I would just get it on the line. Once I got to that kind of 300, 275 range where I knew that I could hit my partner in the chest on a pull down, that's when I became really intentional about long hopping my partner. So I set my sights for, say, 30 feet, depending on where we are. A lot of turf fields are going to be different than grass. Set my sights about 30 feet in front of my partner. So now this forced me to what, right? So this forced me to stay really on top of that ball. And then the thought pattern for me was, how can I get as much arm speed and hand speed and pull down on that four seam, right? If I'm throwing a four seamer in my pull downs, I'm trying to pull down on that seam and create as much true backspin as possible. And so when I set my sights for 30 feet in front, I'm trying to get that thing to rise into my partner, right? Just to really be intentional about that feeling of being out front, being on top, and pulling down that seam. And again, we're shooting for long hopping because we're spending so much time doing our long toss where we're creating that tilt and we're essentially getting under the ball and getting that arc that we want. Then we try to instill those efficient patterns of being on top of the baseball. So again, just a little tip for you guys when you are in your pull down phase. Just maybe think about, once you get to that distance where you can hit your partner in the chest, think about setting sights, visualizing sights about 30 feet in front, or however many feet in front of the partner, gets him a nice clean one hop, long hop, kind of to his chest. And again, that helps you because now you're really forcing being on top of the ball. You see it a lot with guys that, I kind of tell this to, and you'll see, the first few throws just be at the partner's, chest, belly button, whatever, perfect throws. And I was like, hey, did you set your sights for 30 feet in their front? And they're like, absolutely. So that's kind of that feedback, right? You spend a lot of time up here. It's really important to be intentional about getting out front, getting on top, and creating that true backspin. So hopefully that made sense, and hopefully you can take it and apply it to your development and throw frickin' fuzz one day. Hey, yeah.